Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to the premiere of a brand new series in Stellaris called Children of Adam. If you're unfamiliar with the reference, I am referencing a crazy fanatic church in the Fallout series. And of course, this ties into my RimWorld series, Tomb World Survival, as we are going to be starting on a Tomb World. That, of course, was a fan suggestion, so thank you for your feedback. Alright, so let's get going. I already started my up galaxy. We are... Megaton is our home little system here. Let me give you a quick tour here. We've got some scientists. I haven't looked at any of this yet. But cool. Spark of Genius for one of them and Maniacal Research for the other. Taking a look at the governor, for instance. Mother Curie. That should ring a bell to some of you at least. And... okay, we don't currently have an heir. The first thing I'm going to do, the first thing I do in pretty much every game, I really like finding anomalies. So I'm going to turn that on, and we are going to start to survey towards choke points. Now, likely, there's not going to be an empire. We're on the edge of the universe, so there's not going to be an empire out that way. So I'm not going to worry about the heading to the right for a choke point. I'm going to head to the left and set our construction ship to get the minerals. Queuing up some research speed, of course. Maybe societal research speed, and last but not least, engineering research speed. I will heavily prioritize research for the first run. We've got jobs in spades. Amenities are fine. Current unemployment's none. We don't have any available jobs, so the first thing I'm going to do is build one of those bad boys in the upcoming future, and I'm going to unpause it. Next thing I'm going to do is look to see what kind of leaders I can recruit. So I can recruit this scientist here for 100 of my energy credits, so now I'm broke, and I'm going to build a science ship for that. Alright, so we have a new heir, Child Sharipa. Alright, cool. My current benefit here is outpost and starbase costs are down, so we're an expansionist. That's perfect. The idea behind the Church of Adam, or the Children of Adam, as we are now known, because, you know, we're beyond just a church now, we are spacefaring, is we are trying to snatch up as many of the relics as we can. We are trying to analyze our origins. So this is going to be... oh, I forgot government and all that stuff, so hold on. We don't have factions, but if you're curious about the government, we are fanatic spiritualists and a little militaristic, post-apocalyptic for civic, meaning we start on a tomb world, and as you can see, Megaton is a tomb world. And then, of course, nationalistic zeal, which allows... I felt that would be about right for the weird cult that we are. Nationalistic zeal replacing sort of religious zeal.
Construction complete.
I'm not strong-armed necessarily into you know, converting everybody, but the idea is if they're humanoid-esque, we're going to subjugate them, and if they're not sort of humanoid-esque, we will kill them. So we're going to be very picky about our enemies. We don't care about their ethics. We really just care about how they look, which is strange, I get, but, you know, that's how we'll operate. All right. So our first armada's just sitting there. Construction ship's moving into position. And Karba's landing. Gonna get some buildings here. So I have two scientists now, rather than just the one. When you are playing with the... oh, Cybrex. Cool.
Situation log
I'll take
updated.
it. When you're playing with relics on, it is very important to expand quickly, because he who has the territory has the relics. So you gotta go on an early game crusade, which is why I've picked to be very expansionist. I guess I didn't show the species here. So we are conformists think that makes sense given that we're sort of a church. Traditional, again. Enduring, because that matches up with survivor, which gives extra life. And slow breeders. You know, I think the radiation sort of hurt down below, if you get what I'm saying. Alright. Let's expand our territory. Now, if you've never played Stellaris before,
complete.
Now is a great time, as there's a unbelievable amount of DLCs for you to play with. But I will try to explain everything that I'm doing as I go along, so as to include you and not have you be confused or fall by the wayside. So, what we're doing, in order to expand, you've got to survey where you're headed. If you've never gone to the planet, or star rather, you don't have a name, and therefore no ships can go there but science ships. And then once you get there, you got to survey each individual.
Anomaly found.
Each individual, you know, whatever it is, point of interest, whether it be a planet or the star or a moon or satellite, and then it can provide anomalies. And anomalies you can analyze for additional benefits. Usually, sometimes they sort of fall through, but generally speaking, yeah, additional benefits. It's good to have 2 scientists really early on. I would field a 3rd, but I currently cannot afford one. And then I enacted Map the Stars, which increases my anomaly discovery chance, which I find to be very, very important, especially with the galaxy sizes that I play. When you play small galaxies, you need to find those anomalies
survey complete.
Quick and fast. So this continental world that I've discovered on Beer
complete.
is definitely a good world to expand into. It fits our needs. So we'll head there next with our children of Adam. And here is a mass extinction quest chain. That's kind of ironic to me, because we live on a tomb world, so we know all about it. But, okay, let's go ahead and turn on the situation log. So these are the 5 points of interest I have to hit up to find, you know, worlds that died due to volcanic eruptions or shattering, etc., etc. There's a bunch of different ways that a planet can go kaboot. Now, I'm not going to beeline for them. I'm more interested in securing choke points. The AI now is a little bit more intelligent at securing choke points than they ever were before. The first tradition I'm going to unlock is Discovery, allowing me to research anomalies. And then I'm hoping to get, faster research as a result, and get all the benefits of that tree. Tis the hope. Which is strange, because I know we are spiritualists, but we do worship the atom. So I'm sort of role-playing it that, yeah, it's a church, but we're sort of fanatic scientists. I don't know. You can take up issue if you feel like it. Due to some of my ethos, and I'm able to expand pretty rapidly too, which is pretty good. Pretty good. I'm not going to worry about this back arm, as there's very unlikely to be anyone back there. Generally, the game spaces out people a little bit more evenly, and if someone was back there, they'd be choked out by me pretty quick. Population. How long do we have? We have, I don't know, quite a few months until we need more work. But I'm going to build a mining district now anyway, just so that we don't have unemployment. Unemployment, if you're curious, causes crime. And you really, really don't want crime early on. Although on your capital planet, you're not likely to get crime, because it's the capital and it's
survey complete.
Supposed to be sort of the most secure. Alright, so I have my construction ship expanding our territory into Beer here. The station's already constructed, and now we're going to grab these physics research around the star. And then I'm going to head over to Iflagua, and we will grab that and Rhadigus. Okay.
Construction complete.
Pretty interesting names. My scientist just leveled up. That's fantastic. Should be my original scientist on Bothelum. All right.
Anomaly found.
Any anomalies that I find I'm going to leave for now. I'm more interested about expanding my border rapidly than I am analyzing, research. I could get another scientist out here. Let's see. Might as well do that, right? I have the money. So the research I've got going on, I've got computing, biology, and industry. So let's see if I can get a leader. I can get a computing leader or a biology leader. So let's check out the science itself. Let's go with computers. All right, because I want that research speed bonus. So let's go to leaders, recruit Mr. Computers, and let's shuffle around our researchers a little bit. We'll put the maniacal guy in bio, gal rather, and then we'll put the computers dude in computers, and then the last guy is going to command his own science vessel. Congratulations, Picard. You are promoted.
Construction complete.
Once I get a little bit more influence, I will be able to expand my territory to
System
Iflagra.
survey complete.
That will be good.
Construction
And here is the
complete.
science ship I was waiting on. And I will start surveying behind me, but I'm not going to beeline to the choke points, as I don't need to capture it, so I might as well be thorough back there. There is no choke points back there. It's likely just, it might connect to the nebula, but I don't think anyone's coming in that way. Famous last words. All right. Here's another planet I found. Teeny little alpine world. Not going to be colonized by us anytime soon. Alright, we're just about done with Mothelum. Hazra still has a lot. And Echo, or Accio,
Anomaly
has a lot as well.
found.
Oh, there we go. Even more anomalies. Perfect. I paid for them, so I might as well get them. As you can see, my energy credits are a little low. I'm not worried yet. I'm about to absorb Iflagra, and then we'll utilize the energy credits from Iflagra from their star, and that will bankroll our us a little bit better. All right, we got another tradition. Let's go with survey speed. That will help us to expand our boundaries up even better. And then the extinct planet chain. This one might be hard to get to because it might be deep in someone's territory. And if we're hostile with them, the borders will be closed. So
Construction
we'll have to see.
complete.
The next thing I have to be concerned about is a colony ship.
System
So we are
survey complete.
about to have enough alloys, there we go, to spread to beer. That is where I'm going next. It's very important to spread fast in this game, including colonization, not just bound borders. Because you can have expanded your borders as far as you want, but wide borders and not wide colonies, unless you're growing tall, meaning that a very few select amount of worlds that are
Situation
very
log
complex,
updated.
what will end up happening is your
System survey complete.
productivity won't match. It won't keep up with your neighbors. They will outproduce you.
Construction complete.
Alright. As much as this planet here, or this system here, has really nice resources, I think I'm going to go to Rhadigus, because it is further into the core. Oh, and we're already finding some aliens. So we found the Oh, it's a fallen empire. They are spiritualists, so they're going to like us, which is good.
Anomaly found.
And no anomalies yet. Sorry. So that means that we're not going to have any neighbors around this area, which is good. Also means that I am not going to be able to survey Tanab here. That's obviously their territory, and I'm not going to be able to take that from them for many hours to come. Fallen Empires, if you're unfamiliar, they're dormant, but they're very, 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 very strong. Massively, overwhelmingly strong, and they have different personalities. So a military isolationist, for instance, would hate me if I colonized the Arctic world here. The Holy Guardians would hate me if I colonized a holy world. So there might be some holy worlds around here that are uncolonizable unless I want to
System survey complete.
really, really piss them off. And truth be told, I don't want to do that because they will crush me. Absolutely, positively, undeniably crush me.
Anomaly found.
Okay, we're finding a lot of anomalies. That's good. We can double back on them eventually.
Anomaly found.
Anomalies will help to improve the productivity of the system, generally speaking. It usually adds some additional energy credits or science or minerals or, stuff like that. There's other outcomes as well, but generally speaking, it makes the system a little bit more profitable to colonize.
Construction complete.
Not always, though. All right, construction complete. So that is our colony ship, and they are going to be headed to Beer. So I'm going to go colonize, and we're going to, I'm not sure about the name yet. I have to think on that. I think this one is going to be named Curie. Just Curie. All right. All right, some more scientists leveled up. Those are the scientists that are doing these kind of research. A strategic resource was found. That's really helpful. Encoder here. The exotic gases will help us later on in the game. Right now, we don't have the technology to
System survey complete.
utilize it. And I think what I'm going to do is research the extincted worlds, because the bonus can help push me along nicely. Normally I would skip it, but I think it's worth doing.
Complete.
All right, Rhadigus, we are spreading your way. So this is a desolate world, so if we take a look, it should be nice and barren.
We are spreading our faith to a new world.
Indeed, it's very barren. And basically, we're just analyzing why it's barren. What happened? Why did it look like a Mars and not an Earth?
Special project complete.
There we go. Special project is completed. That's what we needed. Alright, so we have one available job here in Megaton. The next job I'm probably going to add is a generator district to enable us to make some more energy credits. Because as the more we... Another ancient danger. Okay, fallen empire. Interesting. The more we expand our borders... Okay, so I'm obviously going to be absolutely stopped here. I am almost buttoned in by the fallen empires, which, generally speaking, would be really annoying, but they just open their borders to me. So I can happily pass through, which is great. And I found yet another anomaly. I'm leaving them for later. Later, when I will get them. Alright, so a new tradition is available. Let's see. Do we want to... Yeah, let's get uplinks. Make the physics or whatever research starports that we have pump out a little bit more. So as you can see, it's up by 10%. It would be 2, now it's 2.2. This means that our physics research is obviously greatly outpacing our other stuff, which is fine. It just means that Darmola doesn't need to work as hard because she's got all these research stations out there helping her and assisting her. Now, one thing I was thinking about doing is I almost never use missiles and torpedoes in this game just because they're kind of underpowered.
Survey complete.
But given that we're the children of Adam, it kind of stands to reason that I would be using missiles and torpedoes. I could definitely understand the argument for using instead lasers, because that's also somewhat atomic. But yeah, I think I'm going to be missiles only, just for the added challenge. Plus, I almost never do it, so should be pretty novel as far as the series goes. So these are the ancient, the custodian matrix. This is another type of fallen empire.
The spirits have granted us.
They kind of, what do? They sort of turn everyone into. They treat us like animals in a zoo. All right, I'm going to get survey speed because it also is a computing research. Whereas the others are not, so the bonus of Darmola will be applied.
Situation log.
All right, so here is another research project for Chili Planet.
System survey complete.
This one will be frozen, wherever it is. Where is it? Yes, this is a frozen world, uninhabitably frozen. And I'm now going to build that generator district because there's no more available jobs. Now, the regular districts here are not specialized. They just give 2 house, give 2 job. It's pretty straightforward. The generator ones give energy. It has upkeep as energy, but it nets a lot more. The minerals use a little bit of power and gives minerals, and, you know, agriculture, I bet you can deduce what that does. Process of elimination or whatever. Alright, well, it's very fortuitous that this Fallen Empire is letting me pass through because I would not really be able to get to that star without them opening their borders, so that's cool.
Survey complete.
Definitely going to have to make sure I keep them nice and happy. If I upset them, they close those borders, and whatever secrets behind here are then lost to me. Alright, next month I can expand to Mathelum here.
Anomaly found.
Another reason to leave some of the anomalies, like this one for instance, is it is very, very, very hard to do, but it will get easier as our scientist levels up.
Construction complete.
It's better to do them later when you're higher level, in my opinion. Nope. One of our scientists, this one, gained substance abuser, which is too bad. Our highest level scientist now will die at a younger age.
Construction complete.
Alright, Mathelum has been expanded into. And Oxcleary is now fully surveyed. And there's a really, really large arid world on Kavzek, which could prove to be pretty useful. 25 size worlds is pretty much the largest you get normally. And finding those really early on, even if you have to terraform them, is a nice boon. Alright. This ship, I forgot when they finished up at Oxleary, they didn't really have orders, so I just queued some up. And there is an archaeology site. So this has relics here.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
I need to put this into my territory to be able to utilize the relics, but yeah, definitely planning on it. Alright, next research I'm going to get gives me more minerals for my jobs. That will help me to expand better as well. Soon beer will be a usable... Curie, rather, will be a usable planet. Darmula just leveled up, so she's helping to research faster.
System survey complete.
Now, one of the advantages of having the Fallen Empires here is they kind of act as like hold doors, I guess. Where it will cut off a lot of enemies from being able to reach me and put a very tight choke point around here. Because pretty much any invading enemies can't come through there or there. They'll have to come through here. Which means I really need to be beelining for this choke point, because if I can control the choke point,
complete.
I will be able to control, you know, I'll be able to set up defenses to control my borders a lot better. Now, of course, it's possible that this synthoid continuity here opens their borders to everyone, and then this becomes a viable highway to attack me again. That's up to them. I can't really control that. Alright, we could start using amenities here, but I'm going to wait on that. Amenities keep your population happy and keep the crime lower, and there's actually a little bit of boost to productivity. What I could do is go to species here and change rights. Let's see. Decent conditions to... If I increase the... So the difference here is regular workers get more consumer goods, and I'm going to do that because it's also going to make them happier. So the lowest rung on the ladder, it costs me 4 consumer goods for now. It will cost me more later as my population grows, and that increases the happiness and the overall happiness of everyone that is in my society increases productivity. So it's useful to increase your base rights
anomaly found
whenever you feel like it, actually. But I'm surprised it took me this long to do it. I'll chalk it up to me being rusty. Rusty at a game I have an unbelievable amount of hours in. Alright, Kavzek is really soon going to be
the spirits have granted us new wisdom.
My territory. Let's get Unity for the next research here. These take a fair bit of months because I am not really generating a whole lot of science. And a new tradition. Let's go with Discovery. Now there's a bonus. There's a lot of bonuses, but there's a bonus of adopting a new tradition. So adopting this one allows me to research anomalies quicker, and then finishing it gives me 10% research speed and also an ascension perk. So yeah, you can have multiple traditions started, but it's very powerful to finish traditions off for their finishing bonus. So once I finish Discovery, I will have 10% more research than most of my adversaries.
System survey complete.
Which is a pretty handy thing to have. Alright, so we've surveyed Kavzek, so now I'm going to create a starbase on it and control it. That will enable me to utilize a lot of the resources there, alloys, a ton of minerals, and some energy credits, and also do archaeological research on Kavzek as well. But I'm not going to use this scientist. This scientist is very, very important. They need to beeline to the choke point, as I mentioned, and survey it so that I can control it for military. Looks like Wegmore has a pretty good amount of resources as well. Alright, so there's a noxious planet here. I'm going to research that and then survey. So the noxious planet is just choked full of... It's like Venus, I guess. Or no, here it is. Yeah, Venus. Alright, so we have... Let's see, what do we do? 6 there. 4 here. Oh no, let's go 6 6.
System survey complete.
And then 4 to
Special project
1.
complete.
So now I've researched the toxic world, and there's only 2 left in this research chain.
Situation log updated.
Right. Just reached a broken planet. Broken planet means it's been shattered. That is a little bit more obvious why it broke, to me at least. Broken planet got hit by something and
System survey complete.
became asteroid or a asteroid belt. Alright, so this archaeological dig is ready. I just don't have a scientist to do it yet.
Evading heretics.
And I found a potential enemy fleet. So, Jasuria, I guess is her name, could be my archaeologist as she's specialized, but then, of course, she's also a substance abuser. So she's going to live a fair bit shorter life. I think what I'm going to do here is tell this ship here to fly past this hostile fleet and keep surveying. I really can't afford not to. And I'll just have to build up a fleet.
Project complete.
To build up a fleet to take this cruiser, I guess they're amoebas, out. That will be important. Not to be slowed down. Now, actually, to finish this chain, I'm just going to hop to the last planet and then double back. I have a lot of minerals. Normally, I wait until I have a little bit better military research done in order to field some better ships. So I think that's what I'm going to wait for unless I'm pushed to get through that choke point. So here's a burned world. Let's go and research that, survey that whole system, then survey this whole system, and then survey this one, queuing it up by holding left shift. So a burned world looks just like molten terribleness, and that is the last in my quest chain, as you can see. Burned is the only one not checked off.
System survey complete.
Jurassics, wow, that's a bountiful planet. So, as I sort of suspected, there was a way around up here. So if they are to close their border to me, I could theoretically go through, providing there's no dangerous things to block me. It's possible that is the case, but...
Our science ship is beset by enemies. The faithful have claimed a new world.
Okay, so Curie is now colonized, but my science ship...
Special project complete.
Kind of got hung up. So, here is the end of the mass extinction survey. I can either gain unity and influence, which I'm probably going to do, or science. I'm going to do unity and influence because influence allows me to spread my borders. Looks like my scientists, yeah, they got caught up. Okay, that means that I am definitely going to crank out a bunch of corvettes and take out that fleet the old-fashioned way. And with all of my new influence, I'll be able to, with alloys, I have to build up some alloys, I'll be able to start expanding out my boundaries, which will be quite nice. Alright, let's go make our leaders level up a little faster. That was that right there. Speaking of leaders, every now and then I like to check the scientists and governors that you can recruit to see if they're better. Sometimes they are. Alright, well the science ship and the scientists survived. They're just getting sent back to beer. Or, you know what? I'm going to keep calling it beer. Let me rename the whole system. So I stopped doing that. Alright, Curie. Perfect.
Anomaly found.
Alright, so here's the science ship that survived with 37% hit points. Gonna get them nice and repaired. And then maybe surveying some of the other worlds around Eurus, just so that they're not idle. Once they're, actually repaired. There we go. And then I'm building up a fleet. I'm going to have to recruit an admiral for this. So let's recruit one that gives evasion and sublight speed. Being able to dodge and move faster. That'll work for me. Edelmar is about to be folded into our empire. At this point,
System survey complete.
about the size of a fallen empire in terms of sheer square light years, I guess. Map the Stars edict just stopped. I think I'm going to reactivate that just to find some more anomalies, because I love me some anomalies. It's up front. I pay influence and I make my own territories more beneficial. So 3 factions were just formed. This is the faction. So this will be the Spiritualists. This is the Militarists. And this one... What is one throne? This one is the Imperials. Huh. Alright. So the Imperials really want a stratified society. Until they get that, they're not going to be satisfied. Not satisfied till stratified.
Construction complete.
So they want a caste system of sorts. So my current fleet is about 360 strong. Their fleet was 560. I think my best bet is to add some more ships to my fleet before I go punching them, so to speak. Habitable world survey? Sure, I guess. I don't know if there's going to be enough habitable worlds for me to do it, but alright. That means I need to survey 8 worlds that I've not yet discovered. So I've discovered, of course, Kavzek, Nishpan, Hazra, and Curie. It's possible I find 8 more before someone else does. Let's hope. Oh, that's another fleet. Oh, that's a big old fleet. So this
Evading heretics.
ship needs to get out of there. What is this? More amoebas? Yes. This is what an amoeba ship looks like, if you're curious. Space amoebas. I don't know why they're so aggressive. But that's okay. Alright, one thing I'm going to do is sell off a bunch of my minerals, and actually some of my consumer goods, to buy up alloys, and that will allow me to field more corvettes. Granted, they're crummy, but that will open up Eurus, because I'm really concerned about being locked in. If I had a really strong power sit on this border, I wouldn't really be able to move very much as a result. So that is my fear. Being nails on the coffin, being locked in. I could go backwards and out, but that will take me a considerable amount of time. That's not a economical or really all that viable way of escaping my borders. It's good backup.
Anomaly found.
All right, so there's yet another what? More amoebas? Are you kidding? Okay, fine. I guess. What I'll do is research anomalies in this area. Actually, you know what? I'll research the anomalies. I'm not going to excavate the site just yet. Now, the anomalies that are occurring in my own territory are the ones I'm going to focus on first, because those anomalies can provide me benefit without me expanding to them. And the other anomalies, I'm not going to worry about just yet. So, ideally, I would get... quantum theory. Perfect. I wanted a computing, because she's good at computing, and we'll give her another computing. I should be on the lookout to replace her at some point, though. Alright. Let's see. Interesting floral study to be done on Curie. That has me worried.
Anomaly found.
So that's not always a good thing. There's a lot of random things that can happen. Alright. Curie and Megaton have some available housing, not much, and some available jobs, not much. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Now, I had my construction ship because it seems like I'm not going to be able to get through Eurus for a little bit. Going to Ezio and punching a hole into that. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some more of our food and minerals. Even a little bit more food, sure. And buy up
found.
So that we can expand our fleet. Didn't think I was going to have to go this militaristic this early. So this fleet can only go up to 20 size, and right now I have it queued up to 18, so that's just about the maximum size the fleet can go. I found some alien spacecraft, so let's search the logs. Sure, why not? Now, I'm not going to have her research all of the anomalies because this one is way too hard, way past her ability. But we almost have all of our military fleets rolled out, which will allow us to clear that blocker that we had. I'm just selling off even more of my resources to try to buy alloys so that we have a full 20 fleet. That would be ideal.
Special project complete.
Alright, so I got the Rubricator event chain. That is yet another event chain, but this one is from the DLC here, so that's really cool. Looks like I only have a certain amount of time for that floral study, so I'm going to send my science ship that just got freed up straight there, so that I get the benefit from whatever that floral study is. We'll see, won't we? And these other anomalies, they don't really time out, so you can just wait on them until they're convenient. And at this very moment, they are not convenient. I found a natural wormhole. And, oh, what is this? The floral study gives happiness. Sure. Right now, everybody on Curie is going to be a little extra happy. Because there's some sort of pheromones in the air. Let me just tell you, I've played enough to know that that often backfires on you hard. But for now, that's okay. Alright, so once we have SEO and we get all the energy credits the SEO produces, that will help balance our current deficit. Another thing I could do is shop around.
Complete.
Nope, no more leaders. Alright, so if I had construction complete, I need one more ship to make Hisnak's Armada. You know, this is really Gum's Armada. Gum's Armada full, so let's get a full Armada to punch our way out of this predicament we got ourselves in.
Construction complete.
And hope there's not some sort of empire that snatched all the territory on the other side. However, if there is, I can war with them. So our money is... a lot of it's going out due to the ships.
Construction complete.
And that will temporarily bankrupt me. Supporting all those ships in transit. When they're orbiting Adam, they're obviously cheaper to support. But as soon as we leave Adam, they're more expensive. They're cheaper to support because Adam here has a crew quarters, which makes them 25% cheaper to support in orbit.
Special project complete.
Okay, so I did the floral study with Curie, and now the scientist here is going to follow the military fleet, and the military fleet is headed to this this cluster that is blocking me in, and we'll punch our way out. This is the first time I've met someone that that was not a Fallen Empire, and it's the Lachex, I guess. But that is all the time I have for this episode, guys. So I hope you are looking forward to episode 2, the children atoms spreading across the solar system. If you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, drop me a line. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want anything named after you, just gotta ask if you're a patron of mine. And if you're a viewer, thanks for tuning in. Catch you all next time. Adios.